July 1st at 2 a.m., the 4 fire engines and 21 firefighters were called to a house fire in Walthamstow, which is a part of London, where the whole house, the first floor, which actually the second floor of the house, and the ground floor, which is the first floor of the house, were damaged by a blaze. They found a body of a woman on the first floor who was pronounced dead at the scene, and a man who jumped from the first floor. This is the house they're talking about. The man in this report is my cousin, Giacomo, and the woman in this report is my cousin's wife, Shamini. I first met Shamini back in 1991 when I went to London. I had already exchanged letters from her, and she even sent me a gift prior to meeting me. They at that time had a baby girl, Sasha, who was 6 months old. When this happened, Sasha, who is now about 23, she went to Asia. She's a university student who's studying medicine. When I first met Shamini and Giacomo, they had already been living in London for some time, and they were in that house, and I went to that house and they hosted me there for 3 weeks. At that time, could I just quickly ask, is the time correct? The lights are green.
No, that comes on at 6 minutes. That comes on at 6 minutes.
Okay. At that time, we had people, we're all from Sri Lanka, and there was a war going on in Sri Lanka, so there were cousins who were leaving Sri Lanka and coming to London, and they were providing their home as a refuge for many cousins who came after them. After that, I kept in touch with Shamini after returning back to the US, and our bond grew. And then we would see each other once in a while when I went to London or they came here. And then back in 2006, between 2006 and 2010, I was going back to Sri Lanka a lot because my mother was there, she was ill. And Shamini also went back to Sri Lanka with her child, Sasha, who was 14 at that time. And she put Sasha in international school there, and she was also building a house there. This is a house that they were building at that time, even though Giacomo, he was still in London at that time. This house, we were there, I was there, so we were doing a housewarming at that time over there. And this is the same house back in 2007. She had it finished. And I went back there, as I said, I was going there a lot. I got to spend a lot of time with them. And they were, and Giacomo, he was also there. They were there for a few years at that point. And they were taking care of my mother was there, I was going back and forth. But they were one of the people who were regulars in caring for my mother at that time. So our bond continued to grow throughout those years. Then in 2000, when Sasha graduated from high school, she went back to London to go to the university. So after she returned to London, they also moved back to the house they had in London so that they could be close to her. And these are all the various different families in London. As you can tell, she was very loved, very warm environment with a lot of family there. So this was throughout the last 3-4 years. She was a lover of dogs, and she was also into social media, Facebook. And I was actually browsing through this, her postings, and I found that she posted something back in March about a dog saving the family. There was a blaze in the middle of the night. It was kind of strange to see that there. Shamini was a really proud mother. She wanted to see her daughter become a doctor, and she sacrificed so much for that. And Giacomo too. they were both very proud parents. So on this fateful day, on July 1st, when the house caught on fire, they were asleep. They woke up around 2 in the morning. And when Shamini realized she couldn't really make it, she wanted her husband to live. She wanted her husband to live for their child. She didn't want the child to come back home and find her parents dead. So he jumped out of the second floor window. He had to break part of the window with his bare hands. And to this day, he's still in the hospital. As a matter of fact, today was the day they cremated her body, between 10 and 1 London time. And Jayakumar was allowed to go out because he had to have some skin grafting surgery, so he was allowed to go out and he had to go back to the hospital. Last year they celebrated their 25th anniversary, wedding anniversary. I know that their lives have been, Jayakumar's and Sasha's lives have been turned upside down. It's in the days and the months and the years ahead are going to be very difficult for them. I know that all the family is going to be there for them, whether we're near or far, we will always be there for them. But today, I want to pay tribute to my beloved cousin's family and also to the courage that they both showed. Shamini in dying and Jayakumar in leaving his wife in the house. He had to jump out of the window and he's in the hospital bed, heartbroken and grief-stricken that he was not able to save his wife, but he wanted to live for their child. So with that, I wanted to dedicate this song to them. I pay my dues.
Keep the world up here. I mean, thank you.